Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we.
Tony, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, what's popping?
I'm feeling good, Sim.
Yeah, I feel you.
We put him to bed, right?
No doubt about it. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Now it's time for the next crew. Put them to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But before we get to it, we got to talk about some of these Celtics fans and how they feel about getting eliminated. Then we can talk a little bit about the page. It's going to be a short show, ladies and gentlemen. But we just wanted to make sure that we got this one in.
As promised.
As promised, no doubt. Wanted to make sure we got this one in. But man, I can't wait for this game tomorrow night.
Before we get into it, Sim, let me just one of the biggest Celtics fans in the world, I guess, right? The former Celtic Paul Pierce. I just seen it today. Unfortunately, I should have sent it to you so we could have put it up. But he talked about, the Knicks got lucky. The Knicks got lucky. And you know what? So what if we did? Luck is a part of everybody making it to the championship or advancing every year.
I mean, we was up 2-1. We was going up 3-1 anyway. Right? So I don't know where where's the luck?
For him it's like, the Celtics blew 2 20-point leads, but we made the shots to come back.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they blew the lead, we still had to score to catch up and surpass them.
Still had to score. Still had to play defense. You know what I'm saying? And that's also that's also a weakness of their team.
Exactly. Why is that? How's that not a detriment to them? And you're gonna say it's luck for us,
right? But, you know what I'm saying? That's a detriment to their team, and it's also a strength of our team that we're able to come back. So like, they bugging. You know that's they tripping. Let's get to some of these, man. I will start with this one here. There we go. Try to get a little bit. Drake is the way. Boston Celtics. Drake is the way. Knicks acting like they won a championship is laughable. Beat an injury-ridden Celtics team in the second round. Well, if you want to say they were injury-ridden, I don't know.
Hey, we was injury-ridden last year. And we had a lot more fight than they did.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, right. We were injury riddled. Had a chance to go, up 3-1 versus the Pacers. Had a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Yeah. And just like them, we said, well, if we didn't have these injuries, we would have been in the conference finals. You know what I mean? But guess what? They had injuries to we had injuries to our primary players. Okay. They had injuries to Sam Hauser. KP was, I guess he's a primary player, but he was sick. I mean, we had Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, and somebody else.
Josh Hart got hurt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our starting five. So I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about?
And just so let me just read my response to the gentleman was, You know, we're not acting like we won a championship. We acting like we beat the champions.
Like we beat the champions.
You know what I mean?
You go. I'm saying which we did. Which we did. We beat the champions. We got next. Tennessee Time said Joe should be fired after this blunder of a series. Blowing 20-point leads. Shake my damn head. I don't know if he should be fired, but I mean, they did win a championship under him. That should buy him some grace, right?
It really all depends, because I think it should buy him grace, but we have seen championship coaches get let go,
right?
The next year,
right.
You know what I mean? After the next season, we've seen it, so it's not unfathomable,
right? You know what I mean? I don't think he should get fired though. I think he deserves some grace because they did win a championship. You know what I mean? They did win a championship. Sometimes the mix just ain't right that season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, Greg Popovich didn't win the championship every single year. He won some in a row. He won a lot of them, but he didn't win them every single year. You know, and they stuck with him. Eric Spoelstra, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know, I don't think he should be fired.
I think there's an argument for both. And the only reason I say that is people question the validity of him
as a coach
leading them to the championship, as opposed to the team was already established, put together, and would they go to the finals the year before?
Yep, I think so.
With Ime, you know what I mean? So it really was just them taking the next natural progression, the next step.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying that's definitely true. We'll come back to this one. We'll come back to that. Come back to that. Carlton, 16 said, "It's not the players, it's the coaching, guys. Real Celtics fans know." I mean, maybe it is. I obviously didn't watch them all. You know.
Oh, we lost you for a second.
Say,
there we go.
It's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know what's up. My internet's just been with StreamYard for some reason. With everything else, my internet is good, but with StreamYard, it acts funny.
But say what you said again.
I was gonna say I haven't watched them all season to know how much it's the coaching. You know, like really intently watched them. You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to say how much is coaching, how much is the players.
I'll say two things. Number one, shout out to our coach Thibodeau, because I feel like he definitely outcoached them this series.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like there was clear things strategically that you could tell. Hackimich being the main thing, but you could tell was a strategy of the Celtics, and Tibbs strategically nullified it. So I'll say that. Here's another thing I want to say. Over the past 2 years, or probably since we started the Losers Lounge, I've been real fascinated with watching the opposing coaches' press conferences. The different personalities of coaches intrigues me, and how they respond to questions and how they talk about their team. The ones who accept their faults and mistakes after a game, after a loss, and the ones who chalk it up to anything else but taking accountability. I will say this about Mazzulla, watching his post games, he doesn't seem to take accountability. He likes to give reasoning. I'm gonna say excuses, but you know what I mean. He likes to give reasonings why things didn't happen right, or you know what I mean, or sometimes just say, like he said with us, we just got to make shots. You know what I mean? There's nothing strategically wrong with what we're doing. We just got to make shots. And so to me, that that always I always look at that funny. And the ones who take responsibility, the ones who say this is on me, the ones who say things like that, I look at them a little different also. Like I respect those coaches. So
yeah, nah, no doubt. Double D says, shoot, if they want to fire him after winning a championship and then losing this year, what is keeping Tom Thibodeau as our leader? Well, every year we
progressing.
Yeah, progressing. We keep getting farther and doing better. So, I mean, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. That's what's keeping them around. Doped 2095 said Knicks fans don't know how to act right now. Chill, fellas. It's the second round. We understand this is your championship, but y'all got a long way to learn what it feels like winning anything. 30 plus years of losing would have me in my feels too, though. But we don't know what that feels like because we are fans of a winning franchise. I mean, they've won. I can't really argue that point, but they didn't win this year. So they didn't win this year. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Again, Kanye Asada said, Knicks fans thinking they're winning a championship after beating us. Pacers are about to whoop their ass. Okay.
We shall see.
We shall see. We shall see. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. That mentality, talking about the last slide, saying that they've won this, they've won that. None of that matters anymore. It's all about this year. It's all that matters now. Here's another one. You know what? We have that the Knicks don't? 18 banners. Celtics for life. But you're not getting a banner this year. I mean,
and the Lakers got two more, right? Oh no, the Lakers got one more, I think.
One more, I think.
Yeah.
The Celtics aren't getting a banner this year. That's what matters. All of that in the past is gone. It's history. It's in the history books. That's great. But it's not this year. Kevin says Celtics fans are shambles. Yeah, they're hurting. They're hurting.
And the talk around the league is this is the end of that team as we've known it. You know what I mean?
That right there is. Yeah.
So now, it's not a rebuild, but a retool for Brad Stevens. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I mean, they are in a good spot. They could go a lot of different directions. Yep. They could take a full year off and kind of figure out what they want to do. They could still try to win now while Tatum's gone for a year. You know what I mean? Right. There's a lot they can do, but that team will never be the same. And you know who broke them?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Knicks. Kevin said that 18 banner thing is like a boxer who won 18 fights, but they get TKO'd and they're bragging about the 18 wins. I feel you. I mean, Ralph said history is important. To be fair, it is important. You know what I'm saying? It's important, but
making history is important too.
Making history is important too, right? You know what I'm saying? We're talking about recent history now. Rowdy Ray said, goodbye, KP. If you would have been your normal self, it would have been a whole different story. That's possible. It's possible. Here's this guy. Oh, we're gonna talk about the Pacers. I don't know what to think of KP, man.
I mean, the illness obviously was a real thing. You know what I mean? Like he definitely looked labored out there, and it's crazy because normally he's dealing with an actual injury every year.
Yeah.
And to not have an actual injury and it be an illness, that sucks. But hey, Celtics fans, KP got a ring, so he could ride off into the sunset if he want.
That's true. Jordan Smith said, Kevin said, glad you showed up. Make sure you hit the like button. Yes, Jordan, please hit the like button. Hit the like button because Those Indiana Pacers will be on the Losers Lounge
I,
next.
I was gonna say the notification, so you make it to the Pacers
so
losers now.
the Pacers Loser Lounge. You know what I'm saying? Where are all the we don't need Jason Tatum because Jaylen Brown can carry his people at? I mean, I never thought Jaylen Brown was really going to be able to carry them. He doesn't. He just doesn't have the offensive skill that Jason Tatum does. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't have that skill. He's good, but he doesn't have that skill, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I ain't hating on him though. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind if he was a Knick. I hating on him.
I always thought his all around skill set is better than Tatum. Tatum's a better offensive threat, 100%, in my opinion.
All around game, all around defense and everything. Yeah, I feel that. But you know, the offensive threat is what attracts teams. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah, but nah, I can definitely feel that. Definitely feel that. Okay, we got what's that? Blasty 1974. Well, ladies and gentlemen, time to retire the L house.
Retire to the L house. Go get drunk.
Retire to the L house and go get drunk. And put a bullet in the head of the season till whenever the Celtics are legitimate again. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with the Celtics, man. Especially with Jason Tatum, you know, being sidelined for as long as he's gonna be sidelined. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him.
I was like, he said L house. He gotta be like Irish or something.
Yeah,
like true Celtic.
Right. Clavins, Duris. Hopefully I said the name right. Said take the L, Boston Chokers. Knicks sent you home to rebuild. JB is hurt and may miss games. JT is out for the 2025-2026 season. Holiday is declining, and KP has health issues. Always had health issues. KP, so.
And Al Horford's old.
And Al Horford is old. There's a lot going on over there with the Celtics, man. A changing of the guard. You know, they've been talking about that a lot. Changing of the guard. The JB haters was nowhere to be found game 5 on the beginning of this game. Y'all are clowns, man. I mean, you know, I'm not hating on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, he talk about his own fan base flipping on him.
They shouldn't be hating on Jaylen Brown. And now here we go. Well, the Pacers are going to sweep the Knicks. You know, it's going to be an interesting series. It's going to be a fun series. You know, and there's no way, no how that I think either team gets swept in this series. No way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, the Knicks definitely ain't getting swept. But I don't see there's a way that either one of these teams get swept. You know what I mean? I think, you know, it's gonna be a good series. It's gonna be entertaining. Jalen Brunson versus Tyrese Halliburton, the whole WWE thing, and you know all of that. It's good. It's gonna be fun. I think the Knicks win it. You know what I'm saying? I think we're focused. I think we got a little bit of grit to us right now that maybe the Pacers don't have. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying the Pacers can't win. Obviously, they can. I just feel like the Knicks got something. I feel like they got a laser focus right now. And Jordan Smith is their bad luck charm. You know what I mean? Their bad luck charm.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Sam. I'm trying to taper how much I say until after the first game, because my heart of hearts, I'm overconfident. Like, you know what I mean? I'm overconfident in this team and against this next opponent. So I'm just trying to let me watch the first game so I could assess it based off that as opposed to, you know, I'm feeling like a homer for, like through and through.
But you know, they I mean, they got better since last year too.
They have.
You know what I'm saying? Chemistry wise, building and growing as a team, and Rick Carlisle understanding how to use his players better and all that stuff. They started off the season rocky and they got better. You know what I mean? They faced the Cavs team that ended up being kind of in shambles a little bit and just disoriented in the playoffs. I don't know if they. Well, I don't want to say I don't know. They haven't faced a team with this kind of focus, with the focus that the Knicks have. You know what I mean? The grit that they're going to bring to it. I think we'll be able to slow them down. I mean, it's going to be a tale two sides of the coin. One team that wants to play faster, one team that wants to slow it down. I think the Knicks will be able to slow them down.
From what I've noticed from the little bit that I've watched them this year, Halliburton has definitely gotten better. Or you may not even say better, because he started last year great. And I think this year he flipped it. You know what I mean? He didn't start the year that great, but ended the year, you know what I mean, from January or December or January on, he's been playing like he played the beginning of last year. So I'll give him that. Nimhart seems to be playing his best basketball ever since he made that shot against us. From that moment on, I feel like he's like elevated his game. The guy that I'm not sure about how much better he's gotten is Siakam, and to me, that's the guy. If I watch him and I could say like he's definitively gotten better, then I'll start giving them some credit, because I think he would be the X factor. But from what I've seen, the little bit that I've seen this year, he looked like the same Siakam, and he's a good player, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm confident in him, in OG against him, even if OG is not, you know what I mean, dropping 29 in the game.
Yeah. Dunny Goddard said they didn't have a fight yet, and that's what I'm getting at. They haven't had a fight, like a battle, a brawl. They haven't had a fight yet. You know
Honestly, their last fight was probably against us.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how they respond to really getting punched hard. You know what I mean? We'll see how they respond to it. You know, I'm ready to put Tyrese Halliburton down, put him to sleep. I don't like Tyrese Halliburton. I like his skill set. I don't like his personality. Something about him irks me.
I hear you. Hold up. Just shout out to Real King. He said, "We're just using the Pacers for our championship storyline."
I don't even want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to focus on the Pacers. You know, Jordan, you said we made the number 1 seed look like barbecue chicken. The number 1 seed was in disarray.
And
we beat them.
Defended champs. And what about the defended champs?
Exactly.
How we made them look?
We took out the defending champions. Exactly.
The so-called title favorites all year.
Right.
Because y'all beat the number 1 seed, but they wasn't the favorites.
They wasn't the
to win the title.
You know what I'm saying? There's the number 1 seed record-wise. Cool, we get that.
In the East.
It was faltering down the stretch of the season, too. They wasn't playing well down the stretch of the season. King Cyber said, Sim makes me feel like he thinks he's smarter than everyone, which makes it a hard listen. No passion. Just critical takes and excessive arrogance. An opinion doesn't make what you think facts. Did I ever say anything was a fact?
I think you always preference by I believe, I feel, I think.
I believe, I feel. That's cool. I respect your opinion, King. I definitely respect your opinion. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I always say someone's opinion doesn't make it fact. I don't think I'm smarter than nobody, but I'm not afraid to debate anybody. But I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. I just enjoy debating. I'll debate you, King. You can come on the show and we can debate about anything you want to debate about. But I don't think I'm smarter than you. I just think if I know what I'm debating about, then I'll debate it. If I don't know what I'm debating about, I won't debate it. But I always preface with, I think, I feel. That doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right or wrong, bro. So, King Cypress, if you want to debate, come on to the show, bro. We can do that thing then. Anyway. Well, he said, no, but I act like it. But I'm still here listening. I appreciate your acknowledgement. Hey, I appreciate you being here. All the support we can get all the time, always. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. I don't think I'm smarter than anybody. Anyway, tomorrow night, right now, OKC and Minnesota is about to begin. Or maybe they already started. That's going to be an entertaining series. I'm hoping for Minnesota to come out. I would love to see Minnesota and New York. But the Knicks got hands in all three of these teams. Isaiah Hart, OKC, right? DiVincenzo and Randall with Minnesota, and Obi on Indiana. That's dope.
Again, I'm gonna keep it the front office. It's a credit to the front office.
Only person that this front office didn't bring in was Randall.
But they still nurtured him.
Everybody else, this front office brought in, and now they're on Eastern Conference Finals teams. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Anyway, like we said, it's going to be a short one, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time. I'm tired. Get some sleep. Take this dog out. She's let me know it's time to go outside. Whatnot. So I'm gonna take the dog out. Then I'm gonna go catch me a nap. I'm gonna watch the game and catch a nap because I don't know. I'm exhausted today.
Me too, man. I gotta work at 5 a.m. So I'm about to go grab me some food. Either join the Dope Soul Sports or if not, watch it. You know what I mean? But either way, you guys go check out Dope Soul Sports in about 20 minutes.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate your time. Tomorrow, Nick, I'll be doing a pregame show. I'm gonna do a pregame show tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time, but I'll be doing a pregame and then a postgame show tomorrow. Jordan, it's time to call in. It's time to call in, Jordan Smith. It's time to call in. We've been waiting long enough. It's time to call in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, appreciate it. We're about to head up out of here. And be peaceful, ladies and gentlemen. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we lose.